Greetings, peace and blessings. I'm the Moon Mama. Happy Thursday. Today is the day that Jupiter governs, and Jupiter is currently at the 24th degree of Aquarius. Before I say that, I'm going to invite you all to join the Rebirthing the Authentic Self course. So first of all, there are a lot of new people here. Hi, I'm happy to have you all. If you haven't spent some time looking through my stuff, I am ultimately a teacher and a coach, and it's my intention to help people use astrology to heal themselves. My work is about healing. Why is my work about healing? Because on the planet right now, there's really only one thing worthy of doing, and that is healing. What is healing? Healing is a transformation of the mind. It's literally just changing our mind and changing our thoughts, and our lives will change from that. The question is, do we believe that? Often we believe that something outside of us will heal us, and that's just not the truth. Or something outside of us will make us feel better. And how do I know that that's not the truth? Is because I have spent so much time in my life getting the things outside of me and thinking, oh, this is going to make me feel better. And it does for a moment, So if a person is starving, yes, food is going to make them feel better, and food on a consistent basis. But we really want to address what created the starvation, what created the experience that created starvation is what we were addressing. And that's what I'm doing here, is like looking at the mindset that creates the things that separate us from our joy, our love, our peace, our happiness, our health, our wholeness, our well-being. And all of that is really just a thought. It's just a simple thought. And we might have to have a million of the same simple thoughts, but once we have those, like, they will take us into new directions, because this is a mental universe. So I welcome you, all the new people. Thank you for being here. I love my work. I want to invite you to join the classes that I teach. You can go check out in my link tree. There's a class that I'm teaching now called Rebirthing the Authentic Self, which is about using the energy of the age of Aquarius. It's a year-long program. It's $97 a month. We're in our third month this month. Everything is recorded, so you can go back and look at all of it. I offer the astrology and the rituals, and every month we have an incredible guest speaker that comes and teaches about the very thing that we're working on. Last month we had Dr. Wayne Bird, who talked about building community. The month before that, I talked about spiritual practice. This month we're having DJ Lene Denise, who's going to talk about taking your passion and making a career out of it. Taking your passion, the thing that you care the most about, and making it something that other people celebrate, which is something that we all get to do right now in the age of Aquarius. So if you would like to learn how to use subtle energies and rituals and be connected in an environment with people who are really working to change their lives, I encourage you to join this course. The other course that I have that's always running is 13 Moons Manifestation, and that's where I teach people how to use the 8 phases of the moon every month, according to the new and full moon, how to create their lives, how to get what you want. I use the moon to generate everything that I desire. If I need to communicate with someone better, if I want love in my life, if I want more sex in my life, if I want to feel healthier in my body, if I want to feel more beautiful, if I want to create more money, if I want more clients, I use the cycles of the moon, and I teach that in a class that is running every month, that I've been doing for about 3 or 4 years now. I've been teaching it, and it's just incredible, and I think that every person in the world should do it. So you can go check in my link tree here. So those are my invitations, and then I also do new moon readings, full moon readings. We're having a new moon in Aries. If you'd like to book a new moon reading, go to my link tree here and go to my website and book a new moon reading, so you can see how to use this Aries energy that is moving through our psyches right now. How can you activate the energy from your childhood? Because that's what the Aries energy is. So I encourage you to check that out as well. Okay, so Jupiter is the planet that governs our faith, our ability to expand, our spirit of adventure. Jupiter governs our vision, our ability to create a vision and live by a vision. That's an activity of faith. Jupiter is this energy that really is it's blessings. It's the blessings of the divine. It's the magic of the universe. Jupiter. It's this desire to know. There's a helicopter going over. And so Jupiter is at the 24th degree of Aquarius. And Jupiter in Aquarius, I'm sorry. Thank you. Jupiter in Aquarius is at the 24th degree. It's really recognizing, because Aquarius is the unknown, the alien. It is this it's this capacity to tap into the mind of God, and that is to be unique, to have unique experiences, to be in a continual unfolding and allowing yourself to blossom and be different, to die every day, to die to the old and be born to the new. This is the Aquarian energy. It's to break away from conformity. It's to be absolutely true to the blueprint of who you are. And Jupiter in Aquarius says, come back to who you designed yourself to be. Jupiter in Aquarius is like remembering who you were before you decided that, I know I was like, oh, Black people are not safe in the world, and my father is angry because white people are out to get him. You take on all that stuff as a child, whatever the stuff is that you take on from your family. But Jupiter in Aquarius is, who were you before you started taking that stuff on? Now, let me say, we take this stuff on in subtle ways. It's on the TV, it's in the music, we're absorbing it, right? So undoing it requires some sort of supernatural understanding on some level, because we have absorbed all of these ways of being that take us so far away from the truth of who we are, which Jupiter in Aquarius says, come home to who you are. The blessing is that Saturn is there as well. So Saturn is going to give us what we need to practice being the divine beings that we are, because that's what Jupiter in Aquarius is. It's like literally open up your God mind and live in it. That's what Jupiter in Aquarius is. So at the 24th degree, it says that you being this is the 24th degree is humility. And humility means that I am a part of something greater, that I need to be the best person that I can be, because that's going to impact everything else around me. Humility says that everyone is waiting on me to be who I'm here to be. Everyone needs me to be who I'm here to be. That who you are, what you are resisting, what you are holding back on is something that's going to help everyone. So get off the pot. Really come into your greatness. Realize the truth of who you are, because we're waiting on you. We need you. We are expecting greatness of you. So the things you're worried about, the way you're afraid, the fears, your judgments of yourself, do the work to heal that so that you can be the superhero in your own life. And we want to witness that in you. You matter. That's what the 24th degree is. That's what humility is. It's understanding that my greatness is necessary for all things and all people and all of humanity of all times. Like it's like rise to the occasion. And then the moon is at the 10th degree of Pisces. Pisces is this energy of our cosmic connection, our subconscious revelations, our creativity, that is our imagination and what is possible. So really it's like, what do you believe yourself to be? What do you believe that you can be? Let me tell y'all, I talk to people all the time. Every day I'm in conversation with someone. And not one person I ever speak to is like, when I was a child, I dreamed that I was horrible or that I couldn't be anything. Everyone I speak to knew something of themselves as a child that was great, that was beautiful, that was magnificent, and they were conditioned out of it. And so with Pisces, this Pisces at the 10th degree, the moon in Pisces is like your inner world. Like, who are you inside? Who are you on the inside? I mean, think about that. I know when I was a little girl, I really dreamed of being magical. I dreamed of being magical. I dreamed of being able to touch people and heal them. I dreamed of being Jesus, right? I heard stories about Jesus. Everybody loved Jesus so much. I want to be Jesus because everybody in my family and everybody loves. I want to grow up and be like Jesus because I want to be this loved, right? So I dreamed of touching people and healing them and walking on water and turning the temple tables over and being an incredible rebel. And I dreamed of being raised from the dead. I dreamed of all of these things and more. You know, I dreamed of being a fairy and magical and all this sort of stuff. But that was my inner world. That was true for me, especially considering the environment I was in, where I witnessed so much suffering. All I wanted to do was save everyone. All I wanted to do was let everyone know, you're okay. We can do this. This is okay. Like I wanted to be Malcolm X. I wanted to be Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? I wanted to be all the heroes to save Black people. And that is like, it's like, come back to your childhood desires, because that is what's being asked of us right now. And it might not show up in the way that you think that you imagined it as a child, but you can now, as an adult or as a mature person or as someone who can see things in a new way, you can ask, well, what would it look like for me to be a hero or a shiro or whatever? What would it look like for me to be someone who does great things in my community and in my own life? What would that look like? Spirit, Holy Spirit, Divine Mother, Goddess, what would it look like for me to be someone who saves the day, who helps people, who transforms lives? What would that look like? So dream of what it was that you desired as a child, and then ask your adult self, your higher self, your divine self, what would that look like? And then set an intention, because we're moving into a new moon in Aries, and this is the place where we get to revisit our childhood and become the thing we desire. I remember one time I was talking to a friend of mine, we haven't talked in a long time, and he was saying that when he was little, he used to just watch this superhero, the little figurine, and see if it would move, and it didn't move, and so he gave up on that belief, that power. It's time to come back to that stuff. I know I got gray hair, but it's time to come back, because guess what? We create our lives, we create our reality, and when we heal our trauma, those energies and those powers, those frequencies can be used for something new, and we can just ask ourselves, how can it be true now? With that, I'm the Moon Mama. I love you all. Thank you all for being here. This is a beautiful time to be alive. Okay, peace and blessings. Bye-bye.